Good morning, my sunrise friends. Welcome to day 26, Sunrise Gratitude Meditations. 26 days of greeting that glorious sun together here. I invite you to take a seat. You can be on a cushion, on a chair, or in your bed. If you have a view that faces east in your space, you're welcome to just position yourself by a window because now the sun is coming up earlier. And if you're here with me on mountain time, you'll miss it. So watch for that. Today, this is a meditation practice specifically designed for the people who are a little more empathic. Empaths are people who feel all the feels, emotional beings who feel not only their own emotions, but the emotions and feelings and energy of others. And I find that empaths are drawn to these practices. And because of the way that empaths hold on to energy, it can be unsettling. And they can leave these practices sometimes even more anxious or not having a grounding than when they started. So I'm going to give you a practice that is called zipping up. So let's start by taking our comfortable seat and bringing to mind the image of these little stacking Russian dolls. And as you know, there's always a big one, and then they get smaller and smaller and smaller inside until there's a really tiny one. So we're going to start this practice by visualizing this physical body sitting here as the smallest of these stacking dolls. And we'll start to create layers of our being outward. And then we'll bring that back inward for a little more grounding and settling at the end. So take a few deep breaths and exaggerate these breaths. Be a little more energetic. Loud, audible breaths. Becoming aware of this little body sitting here in the flesh, our physical self. Feeling the weight of gravity holding our body here on the earth and the parts of our body that are touching surfaces. Maybe even hands pressing onto legs to feel the thickness, the density of our bones, our muscles, our skin, our tissue. The minerals that make up this physical form. So for this moment, let's just call this our little self. The little self, the human being, flesh and bone, the being that works and thinks and plays and cleans house, goes to a job, drives a car, experiences life as a physical being. What do you notice here in your physical body? In yogic terms, this is called a kosha, or a sheath, or a layer of who we are. So this body we would call the Annamaya kosha. So as you take deep breaths, I'd like you to start to feel your breath pushing into your skin, like expanding this physical form. And imagine that your breath permeates just outside your skin. So now there's a layer, an energetic layer that's the next size up in these stacking dolls. This sheath of energy and breath just outside your physical form, a little less tangible. And we're calling this pranamaya kosha, the breath body, the energy body. With each inhale, can you feel yourself just expanding outward into this next layer of being? You might even sense a field of energy around you, bouncing particles, light. When we meet another person, we can sometimes feel their energy, whether they're giving off positive or negative vibes. Animals sense our fear and our love, and so that's in our energy field. As you continue to breathe deeply, imagine another layer, Manomaya kosha, the layer of thinking and feeling, less tangible, more fine energy, but measurable still. The layer of us that is the thoughts and feelings. Imagine that layer of you extending outward even more with each breath. Extending outward even farther to a fourth layer, Vijnanamaya kosha, the wisdom sheath or the wisdom layer, the wisdom body. And it's here even less tangible, less touchable. This body, this layer of us that knows truth without language. This part of us that is connected to the source of all truth and all wisdom. If we extend ourselves out one layer greater, we get a glimpse of Anandamaya kosha, Ananda meaning bliss, our bliss body, our big self. You might refer to this as a soul or a spirit or a vast consciousness. Our connection to all that is, our connection to each other, a shared consciousness that we are a part of. You breathe for a moment into the vast beauty and light of your biggest self. So now start to focus on the exhale, and we'll start to bring these layers back in. Take one more deep breath, feeling yourself expand as far out as you possibly can, beyond the borders of this room. And on the exhale, draw in one layer to the wisdom layer, the wisdom body. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, see yourself drawing inward to the layer of you that is thinking and feeling. A deep breath in. And an exhale, drawing into the breath body, the energy field right outside your skin. A deep breath in. Exhale, bring all back into this physical shell, this physical body sitting here. Let your hands rub your legs and feel the borders, the boundaries of your skin, your body. Now let your mind imagine that this body is actually the big doll. And as we exhale, there's a more subtle layer within us that is wisdom. With the next exhale, a more subtle body within us that is thinking and feeling. Layer in us that is our breath and our energy. As we bring our attention to the very innermost part of who we are as a human being, we find that bliss body here inside of us, the small doll that's always in our hearts, always contained here within us. Bring your hands over your heart and give gentle pressure, connecting to this wisdom, these thoughts, these feelings, this energy, this bliss inside of us. Always right here, contained, approachable, and safe. Imagine a warm blanket being drawn around your shoulders. Squeezing tightly to hug you in here. Grounded, safe, physical, gravity. And a sense of trust that anytime you need to tap into these energies, they are here for you. This limitless source of bliss, of wisdom, prana, of life force, right here. Let out a long sigh. Lower your chin to see yourself sitting here on cushion, chair, bed. Eyes open, hands together, pressing. And as we get ready to greet a new day, let's greet this day with awareness of the ground beneath us. We're held here. We're here purposefully. Even as we see our immense potential and energy. Enjoy this sunrise, my beautiful friends. Namaste.